y'all doing, guys? I am Kurtis Shares. I'm here with my guy G, and I'm going to be on his show to talk about myself and the things that most people need to hear about me and what's going on. Story. We're going to talk, shoot the shit, and be on this candid conversation. And yeah, stay tuned because it's literally about to be a show for y'all. I've never been this vocal. I've never actually expressed myself in this type of way, especially how I feel about my friends and family and people that has been around and the things that I deal with mentally. So, y'all got something coming up in store. Check me out. Check him out with these deep conversations. And y'all gonna see more of me.
Welcome to Candid Conversations, where we have stimulating conversations involving real life people and real life situations. I'm your host, G, and tonight is a very, very special edition of the show. As you guys already know, I advocate heavily for mental health, and especially for the mental health of African American men, and it is okay to be able to invoke emotion without judgment. So tonight, I'm talking to a very, very special, brave guest who wanted to actually share pieces of his story, kind of get a release, and maybe help somebody in the process. So tonight, I introduce to you, he's been on the show before, Kurtis Shares, actor extraordinaire. What's going on, my guy?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm interested in how today and tonight is gonna go. But I'm feeling really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I will say that I am extremely proud that you have decided to choose me as the release.
Yeah.
And get this story out. I'm so humble for it, and I feel like you're absolutely brave for doing this, because most men will not do nothing like this, and they would just kind of deal with their struggles on their own without knowing what kind of vessels and kind of help they have out here. So kudos to you, my guy.
Thank you so much.
All right, so let's start off from the beginning. So where you from?
Okay.
What made you start your acting career? You know what I'm saying?
Oof.
And how did you get to where you are today?
All right.
Give me a brief synopsis.
So, yeah, I know, right? So, I am a country boy from Indianapolis, Indiana.
They got black people out there?
Yes, they do have black. And Gary is not the only place that's in Indiana. I just want everybody to know that. Indianapolis is there, okay?
Yes.
I'm a church boy, PK kid. Been that my whole life.
Okay.
So church Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday,
You know the good book up and down.
morning, all the. Surprisingly, no.
Most PK.
The first chapter I read was Revelations.
Oh, you went straight to the bag.
To the end.
To the end.
And then I tried to work my way
Back
through
up.
to yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I got into acting after I moved from Indiana. I really didn't want to be an actor. I wanted to model.
Okay.
And I was modeling, doing runway shows in Indiana, like doing all of that. It was really fun. I had a great time. I kind of figured that I had a face a little bit, you know.
He know he has a face.
So, I don't know 100%. I'm working on it.
He know he has a face.
Working on it.
No, I'm just playing.
But yeah. And the reason I actually moved to Atlanta, I wasn't running, but I wanted to. I've always had this thing for adventure.
Yeah.
And
That's spontaneity.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm so like spontaneous.
Yeah.
I'm so improv with literally every thought that comes in my mind, because I can reach out into the stratosphere about things. And I was going through like a crazy breakup, and it was really a roller coaster for me at the time. And I had ended up meeting a friend online, and he was like, why don't you just come down here and see if you like it and see if you can, you know, reach your modeling thing here So I ended up coming down here because I had an audition down here.
Okay.
To model with a place called Pro Scouts. I think it's Pro Scouts. It was a long time ago. I can't really remember fully, but Pro Scouts.
Okay.
Something like that. And they ended up choosing me. Agency chose me to model here. It didn't really fall through 100%. But coming here, I ended up seeing everything and decided to stay here. So like a year or two later, I ended up moving here.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, and you've been here for a little while ever since, right?
10 years, too long.
You ready to go?
I am.
Okay.
Yeah,
we'll get with that in a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand. Okay, so you was started off as a model. Mm-hmm. You wanted to come down here, and boom, you ended up being an actor. So that's not the avenue you thought you were going to go down.
No.
Right? Okay. So if you haven't seen any of his work, y'all, he's really, really good.
Thank you.
So what made you, when you got the acting gig, did you get the bug when you saw yourself do this back on screen? Like, what made you like, damn, I'm pretty good at this?
Okay, so, that is a moment. So, my first gig was Lila and Eve. It was with Jennifer Lopez and Viola Davis.
Okay.
And needless to say, I ended up walking around my neighborhood where I was staying and stumbled upon an acting class.
Okay.
And found out that I actually had a release of therapeutic things. And I was like, oh, this feels great. Okay, I'm gonna roll into this a little bit more. So once I submitted on Actors Access, I ended up getting the Lila and Eve feature. I went as an extra.
Okay.
But once I got there and on set and I got to see people and just know what the sets look like, who is who, director, cameras, lights, everything. We were in the scene. It was like a club scene. And Jennifer Lopez and Viola Davis start coming down the stairs. And I was like, oh crap, okay.
Right.
Let me go, right. And then Jennifer Lopez was right behind me and I was just like, oh shoot. So it was crazy. It was like a surreal moment for me. And the director was like, cut, I need you, come over here. And they ended up bumping me up into a feature extra. Nice. So I was literally dancing in the scene with them, having conversation with them.
Nice.
And then once we were done, I was kind of like, okay, yeah.
I can see myself doing that.
This if I just so happened to be in the room and then chosen to be next to these phenomenal actors and actresses, excuse me.
Yeah.
This was kind of meant for me because I believe heavy in everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
And that happened and it clicked for me you're going to go forth and you're going to do this thing and you're going to pave the way and you're going to reach out to somebody that's feeling the same way you feel right now.
I love that. I love that, bro. That's good.
Yeah.
Like I said, he's really good, y'all. Actually, speaking, we have a movie coming out in October, both him and I.
Disconnected. Yeah, you have to check that out.
You're going to be disconnected.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the show is called, the movie's called Assistant 3, directed by Alex Jante and Jante Productions. So thank you again for the opportunity, my guy. So you'll get to see him in that too. So make sure you're in the premiere booth. Okay? But, okay. So I love the whole story. You got your footwear, right? Yeah. You got everything good with your modeling. You got everything acting, all right? Mm-hmm. So let's dive in. Okay. So I want to know the backstory, right? Okay. And before we even get started, him and I had a conversation beforehand, and he said he's okay with answering any questions or talking about any subject matter, okay? So this is not me being disrespectful. We're just having dialogue, okay?
Yeah, we grown.
Yeah, we're grown. So, with the success that you're having with being a preacher's kid and you're moving away from your family and you coming out here and you having your success starting, your career's kicking off and you got your avenue going down, right? Like, are there times where you deal with any type of mental conflict dealing with coming here, moving to here, doing all of this stuff, and trying to make sure that you're like A1 at it, right? So you can move on further within your career. Do you feel like anything is pressuring you mentally to like, I need to do this with your personal life, or is it attacking your?
I can split that into a few categories. One, a goal for me is to buy my mom a house.
Okay.
So it was more so of I didn't want to come here, get into all of these things, and not have any ground or foundation to stand on.
Okay.
Because I chose to leave.
Yeah.
I chose to find my own life. I chose to do all those things. So I didn't want to sit here and not be able to say that I achieved something.
Yeah.
So that's a driving force for me because my family is everything.
Yeah.
And I want to see her be proud of me doing the things that I'm doing by making sure that my family never have to worry about anything again.
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah. Second thing, there's a lot of distractions here.
Okay.
Moving to Atlanta.
Here we go.
There we go. Yeah. I didn't know Atlanta was Atlanta moving here. I didn't know
what to
expect about Atlanta.
Right.
All I knew was that I met a friend, and I was gonna come down here to achieve my goals and dreams and aspirations.
Okay.
But once I got down here and I realized I'm kind of a prize, and can I say niggas?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Other niggas out here is a prize too, and I intertwine both of those because I'm a loving person. I'm not saying I'm looking for love at the moment.
Yeah.
But love is my love language.
Mm-hmm.
It's my sleeves, it's my body, it's my entity. It's what makes me happy when I, meet people or like interact with people. I want to see someone else have a smile on their face before me.
Okay.
So that is a thing because sometimes I don't need the distractions, but I want the distractions sometimes because I'll be wanting that.
You want some attention?
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's human functionality.
And there's a lot of attention that goes on here in Atlanta. So me trying to fight to actually be seen by, grasp it by the people that I want. Because there's a difference. It's like, there's a lot of people out here, but the ones that I want seem to not want
you back.
Me.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, okay, so I'm kind of like cute, I think. So why ain't I like
attracting what I want?
What I want.
Yeah.
Instead of like the other saying, you the person that wants you, you don't want them, but the person that you want don't want you, and it's just like a whole domino effect. Yeah.
Okay, so you didn't know Atlanta was Atlanta, right? Mm-hmm. So this means clubbing, choices of the people you want to date or see or touch or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well I was expecting you to say something heavy, so that's not bad.
Yeah,
I was expecting you to go down like an avenue. I found new drugs and alcohol and all this stuff. But you went straight to like physicals and dating and mingling. Okay, that's cool.
I only went as high as shrooms with drugs.
Yes. So, so with you saying, and I hate to use this word because it annoys me. So since there's some competition out here, I'm gonna say that word as far as in the looks department, right? Mm-hmm. And you came out here. Would you say your ego was bruised just a bit?
No, because I never knew what my ego was.
Good. I love that you said that. You hadn't found yourself.
Yeah, and I'm still working on that journey right now.
And there's nothing wrong with it.
But when I get it, watch out because
and that's cool because some people it takes longer than others to find. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's just stuff that people see in you. You don't really see in yourself.
Yeah.
And that happens to me all the time. 100%. So I get it. Okay, so you get here, right? So what kind of toll did that take on you when you found out, like, damn, okay, I might not be that guy?
That I needed to focus on my passion
Okay.
and put that into my work. And then when I actually started putting that into my work, I started to see more things happen for me,
Okay.
which made everything kind of click in my brain, because that was the reason why I wasn't getting to where I wanted to be, because I always wanted to be in that place that I wasn't supposed to be.
Yeah.
And and it was like every time I put myself in those situations, I would feel bad. Like my body would just like wear out. I would be tired. I would be like just kind of not want to do anything, not want to work out, not want to do just really nothing, because I would be in my emotions, in my head.
Yeah.
And that leads me into a dark
space?
Very dark situation.
Okay. So when did you see yourself tanking that way? Does this happen sporadically, or is it a specific time in your life you remember going down somewhere totally dark?
Other than recently, the beginning of this year, I really didn't know I had those moments until after dating.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have anybody.
Okay.
Then that's where I'm like, okay, now you got to start over. You got to think about yourself and what you're doing. And it's like, okay, I wasted time.
Yeah.
I wasted my feelings. I wasted my body. I wasted the emotional ties that I put into somebody else.
Yeah.
I wasted the inspiration that I put into you. Because I'm big on, we can do this together.
I love that. Yeah.
Why not we do this together and actually build something, which is what I still kind of picture myself doing.
I don't think you should let it go. You should keep that. But you should be able to keep that. It's what you want, right? You should be able to. You should be able to pray and ask and keep that visual inside of you. Like, I want somebody I can share things with. You should be able to keep that, and don't feel bad about it. But I know sometimes it feels like as if I can't speak for dating because I ain't dated in 15 years, but I can't say that you should give it up that fast. You're so funny. I can't say that I gave it up, but I don't think you should let that go. But with that being said, when the whole dating thing was gone and you say, okay, I wasted my time, energy, emotional compassion towards you, all this stuff, where did it take you? What did it do to you to take you out of doing your regular normal activities and wanting to fight for your passion?
It took me bad, because it's bad because I do stay in my head. I do feel more than the average person, I would say, for myself.
Okay.
I'm big on whatever God's blessed me with, empathy and a deep sense of it.
Yeah.
So I've dated and, got cheated on, or I've dated and found out some things, and it's still kind of, the source of it is going back to childhood traumas, all those things. Yeah, high school,
absolutely,
all those things, and then it goes back to what's wrong with me. Is it my smile? Is it my personality?
Right.
Is it my looks? Is it because I'm giving you everything that I could give in those moments.
Yeah.
I've given you my attention, my time, let's call off work, let's do this, and let's do this, and let's go here, and let's try this. And, I'm pretty open to
different
things, you know, if the opportunity, shows itself. Okay. So it's just like, when that doesn't fall through, am I good enough? Am I, some people say they like me and I'm so, wow, you're so beautiful and this and that, but when I get with somebody, it doesn't work out that way. It seems like they want me for the moment, and they use me for the moment, and then
they let you go.
you know.
So let me ask you this: are these the people that you are wanting? Because I remember earlier in our conversation, you said you wanted people that you wanted, right? Now, I know there's this thing with preference and what you want at the moment, right?
I'm a tall, dark, and handsome type of guy.
Right. So when you find these gentlemen that you like, right? Have you given it enough time to fill out the backstory to find out who they are as an individual? Because I know sometimes when we are lacking in certain departments such as love and affection, we tend to draw a little bit, try to get there closer. Like this might be the one, and we might want to hang on to it. But when you get your hopes up, and then they shoot it down, and you like, damn. So then you go to your whole questioning yourself and thinking it's you when it's probably them that has the issue.
True. I do have open communication still.
Yeah.
I do like to talk. I am a big communicator in some forms. Unless you like make me mad or we arguing or something. Oh, I'm here. Like you sit on your side, I'm gonna sit on my side, but I'm gonna be quiet.
Yeah.
Just for a little bit because I don't want to yes.
Yeah.
And I don't, but yeah, and I don't know.
Because I know people that deal with it. Like
when
they get nobody likes rejection and in any form, right? So when it happens, you go to thinking about what it is about you that the person didn't like.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Or what I could have done better.
Yeah,
or
just a whole bunch of scenarios come up, right? All the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you start having your moments where your mind shifts, because I do that all the time, little things.
For me, the little things. Too.
Yeah. So it's like I ask myself one question, I end up having 101. So when you get to that space in your mind that's telling you you're not good enough or whatever. How do you come out of it? Do you find yourself getting away from people? What do you find?
Oh yeah, I isolate to the highest degree. I don't talk to nobody.
Yeah.
People text me, and I apologize for that, but I really don't like to text back. I find peace in doing activities that I love, or like I get back into dancing. Like recently I started back going to Stone Mountain and just like sitting and meditating on the top of the mountain. Just like I get back into my faith and my belief. I get back into just keeping myself active.
Yeah.
In my classes and that makes me feel good. And while I'm at work or just out with people that I know or been in classes with, or just people that I've interacted with, the time that I have with them, and then I notice that they appreciate the time that they have with me, I'm like, okay, life is still good. Life is still going. Life is still kind of great if you see through the silver lining that was over there. That was a situation that was yesterday, and today is today.
Yeah.
So why not enjoy today, and then you worry about that another time?
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna say I'm afraid of the dark.
Yeah.
But the nighttime in the winter is a very tough time for me. Long nights.
Okay.
Cold. It's very depressing. I have a fear of cracked doors.
Okay.
So like I can't have the bathroom door open. I would have to close the bathroom door.
Yeah.
I would have to close my door. I would have to close the closet because I think so much. And if I look through, I'm like, all right, okay, that's a spirit. Like I don't know what my fear is. It's like something is going on.
Yeah.
So that all of those times puts me in a dark space because I'm fighting with my faith, but I'm also fighting with the reality of all the crap and the things that people have put me through and all of that all at one time.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. Knowing that you have a backstory, it seems like you haven't really dealt with a lot of things, right? Have you sought out for therapy?
I have.
Or have you had a session before?
No.
You haven't had therapy?
I haven't had it yet.
Okay.
I have my information in. I have they have my information. They have my appointments ready and everything.
Are you scared
but
to
I
take a
just
step?
haven't. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know 100%.
Yeah.
Because I'm excited to go just to like talk about it, but I feel like the people that I have close to me, I talk to them about it as well. Okay. So I do kind of let some things out, and I have some type of relief, but it doesn't come back in the form of the practice that they're doing and the things that could actually help me.
Yeah, you're not getting the tools.
The tools to actually do and be better.
I will say this, because we advocate for therapy around here. It's amazing. I was a little scared to take the step myself, but when I took it, I feel like a ton of bricks lifted off my heart. So I encourage you to do it if you can, because you get a person, when you do your research or whatever, you get somebody who doesn't have a biased opinion about you. There's no judgment. It's like they don't know you. So you go in there with a clean slate, and you can go in and voice your opinions and talk, and they give you tools. You know what I'm saying? For example, I'm journaling, and it's the best thing ever. I'm journaling right now. I'm literally journaling. And I find myself, damn, this is a release. Yeah. It is literally a release. So I definitely think when you get the time to do it, please go and do it. Because I feel like you would release a lot of those thoughts in your head. Because clearly we see you're talented. Clearly we see you have the look. You're doing things that people probably will never be able to do in their lives. You're blessed beyond measure. I just want you to recognize that. But I don't want you to have nobody questioning what you do. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So when you get to those points of darkness in the wintertime and the cold nights, right? What are the thoughts? What are you thinking? Do you thinking you're not good enough? Do you not want to be on earth anymore? What are you thinking?
Enough. I'm not where I want to be. I need to be where people love me. I need to be around my family. I need to actually take care of myself. I need to actually put time and love and self-care in myself. But I notice when, I don't like the cold, so I'm in the house all the time. And when I'm in the house, all I do is drink, or I've stopped smoking the beginning of this year, but beforehand I was like smoking. Yeah. So it was just like I'm content with just doing that. Yeah. But my spirit is like, you're not. You never was.
These are coping mechanisms.
Yeah, these are just something just to get you through the day. I was working 6 to almost 7 days a week, just to make sure I can maintain myself. And then being at work in the same box, the same four corners every day, and dealing with people. I don't think y'all understand. And being in retail for 10 years now, or shoot, probably longer than that, because I started when I was 15. It makes you realize that common sense is not common, okay? It makes you realize that, yeah, I'm trying to put a smile on your face, but not everybody, don't nobody want that all the time.
Oh, yeah.
I'm coming in for what I need to do, and that's great, 100%. But when I'm showing genuine love and care for people, because I love people, and I don't get that back, that energy comes on me. Yeah. And I'm just like, I hate people. Yeah. I don't like people. There's what are y'all doing with y'all lives that y'all just have to be like this 24/7? I don't understand it.
Listen, we all have a backstory. We all have a story. We all have something that we're dealing with. I was in retail for 20 years. And I started off as a little guy. Yes. And, it helps you develop people skills.
Yes, it does.
But it's like, if I'm like you, if I'm genuinely trying to be nice, but you're being an ass, so what am I supposed to do? But it helped me out because, right now, literally, as I speak, I'm dealing with the issue of I don't like people. Yeah. And that's no disrespect to anybody. It's just
For
like,
real.
and let me rephrase that. I love people. I don't like people's ways. Let's say that. And when I think about it, and I think about how disappointing people can be.
Yes.
They're disappointing. They cloud your judgment.
Yes.
They hurt your feelings. They have the ability to speak into you where you won't believe in yourself.
Facts, because you take that home.
Yeah. You take
that home, because not only am I in this same box every day doing the same thing every day, it gets tiring, let alone you coming in here and changing my mood on a grand scale.
Yeah. And you have to literally get to a place where, okay, that's a them problem.
That's them.
That's not a me problem. That's a you problem.
Yeah.
I have nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying?
But it's hard to do that.
It's really hard because we're still human at the end of the day, which is why I left that retail space.
And I need to leave that retail space.
But I love that you're being so honest about it and sharing it, because some people just don't know how to deal with stuff like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And they go in these spaces and they start drinking and smoking and doing vices or developing habits.
Yes, it was a habit.
Right.
I'm telling you, I would smoke before I would go in. I would take a shot or two, before I go in. And after, like, I would have something before and after.
Yeah.
That would make me feel like, all right, you can handle it. You good. Like, don't let this bother you. You can go home. But as soon as I get home, I'm tired.
Yeah.
I sit down, I fall asleep, and I get back up to do the same thing again.
Yeah, man.
No.
How do you feel your anxiety levels are?
Whoo, on a scale of 1 to 10, maybe about 11.
Okay, you have high anxiety.
I do have, I have bad social anxiety. I would say that.
I was that guy.
Like, if I'm invited out to the club, which I've been multiple times, you will see me as the friend that sits or like stands behind the group of friends that you're with, just enjoying your own little drink and observe, because I gotta observe the room.
Yeah.
Here in Atlanta, you never know who about to fight. You don't know who about to, do what, because you don't mind me, all that type of situations. And my heart starts beating like hard.
Yeah.
And I don't be understanding why, because I'll be like, okay, I'm here to have a good time just like the rest of the people.
Yeah.
But I can't always stand on the chairs and like dance and have that attention on me, because I've never had that really like attention towards me.
Yeah.
So I don't know how to handle it when it comes to me.
Yeah.
If I'm in a VIP or something. Okay, I'm drunk. I don't know how to act. I don't know if y'all trying to like be cool, calm, and collected, and I'm over here like lit. And I'm lit. So I don't want the next day y'all talking about me, because Kurtis done showed out when I'm just like, ain't we all supposed to be having a good time?
Yeah.
Ain't this the point of going to the club?
Yeah.
I'm not out here shopping for niggas. I'm not out here shopping for, I'm here to enjoy my group of friends, my thing that we all came here to do, but then I end up being the bad guy.
Yeah.
How does that work?
Yeah.
Like, how does that work in my situation? And it always continues to happen in that type of situation.
Sound like you need to reevaluate your circle.
I don't have a circle anymore.
Okay, I understand.
Either some dropped off on their own,
which
or
is good.
I had to kind of separate myself from a lot of people.
Which is good.
Yeah.
Because you realize that these people are not healthy for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's what we mess up too when we're developing our tribes. We feel like sometimes we have to stay with people out of loyalty. We've been friends for 20, 15 years. And, they would never do... Yeah, I'm sorry. Time's up. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Sometimes you have to do that and be okay with it, because it's developing you as a better person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, I always advocate that charity starts at home. You know what I'm saying? You have to start giving yourself love first. You have to give yourself love first before you can issue it to anybody else. Stop giving everybody you. Everybody don't deserve you. You have to stop doing that. I had to stop doing that because I was the same guy. Open, loving. But I did a lot of stuff that you did that I didn't do. Like, I don't smoke. I don't drink. I can still have fun naturally, but I got judged because I didn't partake in devices.
Right.
So it's like, what do you, my dating life?
Yeah.
People don't want to date me because I don't do vices. And it's like, oh, okay, well, that's your loss. Yeah. I'm fine. I had to get there, though, because, again, rejection we don't like.
But, and that goes, too. They're doing that because they're dealing with their things. And they want you to indulge with them to kind of ruin yourself to feel like them.
You're seeing it. You're seeing it. That's it.
It's mind-blowing. It really is. Because even, like, around friends or whatever, when everybody's doing the same, just, again, the same vices, you can't be, it's like you mad at me or you talk about me about the things that I'm doing or whatever that we have as a close friend that we would talk about. It's nothing for the group to talk about.
Yeah.
So if they don't know or they know that I don't do these things, I don't need all of y'all talking about me.
Because I don't.
Because I don't.
Yeah.
Or, and you, if you actually understand, they all talk about you.
Yeah.
And then it's a whole situation where you mad at me because they all talking about you and me.
Yeah. All in the same breath.
All in the same, but where do we win out of this situation?
It's a no-win. It's a no-win. Because, again, we all are dealing with something, bro. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's there. We all have shit that we deal with all the time. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And we expect people to be there when we need to vent.
True.
We expect people to be there when we need to talk about it.
But you ain't better keep putting that energy on me if you're not doing no work for yourself.
Exactly. You get it. You already get it. You know what I'm saying? And like for me, even if I have an issue where I need to vent and I can't see my therapist at the time, I'm going to respectfully call the closest person that I can, and I'm going to literally say, do you have a moment to speak with me about something I need to vent on? Mm-hmm. Do you have a mental capacity to handle that? Mm-hmm. If the person I call says yes, okay. If they say no, thank you. I understand totally. But at this point, I respectfully ask this person, can they take on what I'm about to give them? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I think we have respect for people when we do it. Nope. It's all about the selfishness. It's like me.
Yep, because then if you have a loyal friend, you know that's between y'all.
Yes.
But if you want to know your true friends and the people that you got in your circle, guess what? So just told me about da, and I didn't even know he was like dealing or thinking about that time.
Yeah. It'll happen.
And it's only a matter of time before you actually like sit around in an environment.
It will always resurface. It's gonna come out, bro. It always.
How did you know? Yeah. Okay.
Yep. It's coming out. It's gonna come out. It's always gonna resurface. Yeah. So these are the things that we deal with in our mental capacity, and we take on all this energy, right? Because I'm an energy person.
Yeah.
We take on all this energy, right? Mm-hmm. And then we're dealing with that energy plus our own BS. Mm-hmm. Childhood traumas, whatever it was. You know what I'm saying? And as adults, we take it with us. Mm-hmm. And we keep it with us. And then the smallest thing will trigger it. Yep. And now you back to where you started from. So when you find yourself doing that, what do you feel you need to take yourself from that equation where you don't be like, okay, I can't change anything that happened in the past. I can't change any of this. I need to live for this present moment right now. Mm-hmm. When you see yourself going back to those trigger points in the back and it's taking you back and your mind is like, damn, blah, 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 right? Mm-hmm. What do you do to bring yourself, time portal yourself back to where you are?
I go out to a restaurant or two, have a drink and eat.
Or two?
Yep. Have a drink and I eat to myself.
You take yourself to dinner?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I never really had I probably only had like 3 mani-pedis in my whole existence. I gotta do more of those, but I'm heavy on food.
You like to eat.
So food makes me happy.
Yeah.
Especially seafood. For the folks that need to know. I'm a heavy seafood eater, and I would literally sit outside or like walk and eat, listen to my music. Jasmine, I love you. You're a big part of my life. Beyonce, you too. Y'all got me through a lot of things. I'm just saying. I've cried to their music. I felt sexy to their music. It brought me out of a lot of things, knowing that I possibly and could be a bad, you know what I'm saying? So, listening to my music and eating and having that isolation for myself to try to listen to God and be like, this wasn't for me. Everything needed to happen. I needed to go through that. I don't want to always play the victim and the judge for myself. So I try to literally not think about how bad people really, affected me and how people treated me, because it's going to happen to all of us. It's life. We're going to go through it. But if I take that time to actually get to know myself and heal myself and know that I can be better and do better, I find some sense of ease.
Yeah. I love that. Because I've never taken myself to dinner. I can't. Yeah. I go to a movie because I love movies.
Oh, that too.
I love movies. But I can't do the dinner thing because I'm still distracted by the people in the restaurant.
Yeah, because you feel the people in the restaurant.
Yeah, like I'm sitting here like, But I love that you have your space where you know this will calm me down.
Yeah, for sure.
And take me out of this. Because I didn't know that space for a while. All I knew was I don't want to be, it was either high or low. I don't want to be here no more. So after 2 failed suicide attempts, I said, God said, well, I didn't say, God said, son, you have work to do. And that's why I'm still here. You know what I'm saying? So I owe it all to you, brother. Thank you, God.
Agreed.
But I always want to know, I used to ask myself and I asked my therapist, how can I disrespectfully go to a place and check out like that? Well, I want to just check out when God gifted me the life. You know what I'm saying?
It's not that...
Like, it's not that easy to explain.
Yeah, because I've actually had one of those moments, and it spooked the hell out of me.
Okay.
Knowing that I could get to that type of place, coming from where I came from and knowing who I am.
Coming from a preacher's household,
yes,
and knowing who you are.
Yes.
So you up here knowing these things.
Knowing that I believe in not killing myself.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to hell.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to burn. You're going just, like, somewhat knowing, because now you have to actually kind of rebuild the things from your past, because life was a little different back then. And the teachings and understanding of what life was and how to believe and have faith in Jesus and in God was a little different back in the day compared to how it is now.
Absolutely.
I've learned more so now to have my own relationship, because eventually one day mom's going to be gone, your family's going to be gone, Grams is going to be gone, everybody that taught you how to be you
will not be here.
Yeah. So who are you without them?
Yes, sir.
So you come to realize it wasn't always about us as a collective.
Yeah.
It was about the person that actually sent me here to do the mission that I was supposed to be doing.
Are you and him relationship?
What is our relationship like? Am I actually okay with trusting him to get me to where I need to be, even though it's not going to be easy?
It's not.
And with that being said, I felt like the beginning of this year, because I'm now 31, 30 plus 1 minus 1. Okay, so I'm 30. If y'all heard. Yeah.
He's 30.
like Jesus when he turned 30 and he had to wander off and find himself.
Yep.
And go through his own thing, even though he was tempted throughout his journey.
Yeah.
And then once he had to realize, oh, I know what I have to do, and I think I actually have to die to accomplish that mission. You know, the thing that he was here today. He probably didn't even know that he was here for.
Right.
And I feel like I had that same moment when I turned 31.
Yeah.
Or before I turned 31. I had a mental break. I think Jesus kind of opened my mind up more spiritually that I could not handle.
Right.
Which made me feel worse than I've ever felt in the past.
Okay.
Feeling like I wasn't good enough. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. Are you trying to kill me? Who's trying to kill me?
Yeah.
What is really going on? Are you really taking care of yourself? Why are you talking to the TV?
Yeah.
Why is the TV talking to you? Why do you feel like everything around you is way bigger than what it is? Like my mind was split open. And I realized that there's more out here than just the flesh and bones. The spirits is out here to make sure you don't get to where you need to get to. And I entered that realm the beginning of this year and almost took myself out of here, not being able to handle it.
Wow. So what was the
Yeah.
Ooh.
I know.
What was the force that said, no, sir, this is not the move?
Okay.